Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to focus on this tank here. Now you might kind of recognise this tank. It's a scape that I built quite a few months ago now, and I've recently made some changes to it, and the main reason for these changes were one, the fern in it was too big, and I'll overlay some footage of what it used to look like if you're not familiar with it, and two, I had or still have should I say, a case of Cladophora algae, which is an algae that I'm not sure there's a way that you can actually get rid of it or kill it. It seems to be an almost contagious algae because subsequently it's now in this tank as well. So it is really annoying. However, it's not the ugliest algae and it's not the hardest algae to sort of manually remove either. So it's a little bit, yeah, as I say, annoying. But I thought to myself, right, I'm just going to tear it down, I'm just going to start again, and I'm just going to use fresh everything, fresh soil, new plants, new hardscape. So I ordered some nice hardscape, ordered some really nice wood, and when it kind of came to take it down, I was like, right, yep, I'll do it today, and then I put it off, and I was like, I'll do it tomorrow, and I put it off, and I kept putting it off, and then it came to the weekend, and I was like, right, I'm going to do it, and then when I got to do it, I just couldn't, and it's because I really do love this hardscape so much. The tank is, you know, the hardscape's nothing kind of amazing. It is extremely simple. It might not even be to everybody's taste, but I really like it. And when I found that I couldn't tear it down, I was like, right, I'll give it one more shot. And I didn't want to put any money into it, just because I might have to tear it down in like a month's time anyway, because the algae might just come back or get worse and start infecting everything. But I thought, right, I'll give it one shot, I'll give it one more chance. But first I just want to make some changes. So in a previous video, I think I might have said that I'd taken the filter out to make it a filterless tank. I'd put like a big Echinodorus rubra in the back with some other stems and stuff, but it just wasn't really happening, and everything, with it being low tech, everything was like really slow. So yeah, I feel like I've loved the scape but not the planting, and as mentioned, the fern got too big. So I've removed the fern, I've put in some fast growing stems in the back and put a filter back in, just in hopes to kind of, because there was a lot of dead spots and detritus and stuff, to give it a bit more polished and cleaner look. And there is some debate as to whether Cladophora can be caused by one, CO2, as they say every algae is, and two, like low flow. I'm honestly not sure. I just kind of thought it was one of those contagious algae that once you got it, you couldn't get rid of it. It's almost like a plant, so it thrives in the same conditions plants do, which is what makes it so hard to get rid of. So yeah, I've gone back in with how it was originally planted with some Myriophyllum matogrossense. I really don't know why I took it out, because it actually looked nice, but yeah, for some whatever reason I took it out. So that was like a waste of money. And I've took the fern out, and I've just used the epiphytes that were in there to make like a little epiphyte mountain. I think I bought one plant, so the whole redo of it has cost me oh sorry, no, I had to buy the Myriophyllum matogrossense as well, so it cost me like £11. I had the filter already. And yeah, just made use of some of the plants in there. I tell a lie, I did also buy some Starigine repens, so maybe it's like £15, to kind of redo it, rescape, but not really. And I actually really like it. I think I prefer it. It's obviously still got some growing in to do. The reason I didn't post a video last week is because this wasn't looking great. I mean, I probably could have showed you it to be real, but I just wanted it to be right before I videoed it and showed it, to know that I wanted to keep it. So this is where we are sort of like a week later. There is still Cladophora, but I am keeping on top of it. I'm manually removing it, and I'm using, dare I use it again, the APT algae fix. When used properly and in the correct dosage, it's actually really good. But if any of you watched the previous video, a few videos ago, where I told you how I destroyed a tank with it and killed like 40% of the plants, you'll see what I mean. If you haven't, I'll link that. But yeah, and the best thing about this is that I actually think the CPDs love it. So in this tank, I've got some Celestial Pearl Danios, my absolute favourite. Not even nano fish, like I think just my favourite fish. I absolutely love them. Like, they're like mini trouts. The they're just incredible, and they're just a fish that I've kept in the past, and they didn't live very long, so I've always been put off. And I do know a lot of people who've had them and they just haven't had much luck with them. I do think a big thing of it is overbreeding. They are an extremely popular fish. They were a fish that when they were kind of first discovered, there was like a bit of a, I don't know if it was a bit of an urban legend, but like they said that they were just overfished and caught for, you know, the hobby and put into captivity that much that they went extinct, or like not, they weren't found in the natural habitats. But some people have said that that's not true. But regardless, they've obviously become a very popular nano fish, and because of that reason they will be overbred, which probably means the genetics aren't great. But I think I bought 15 for this tank, kind of knowing that they wouldn't all survive, and yeah, I think there's about 11 in here now. But they've been like that number strong for months now. So yeah, it's sad like buying more because you expect some to die, but yeah, I kind of did, and subsequently they did. So yeah, we've got a good number now. They're all nice and fat and really healthy, but just the way they're interacting with the scape, and they're actually coming out. Like, I never used to see them. They were always quite shy, and the only way I could get them to come out was basically dimming the light and putting a lot of floating plants. But obviously since rescaping it, I took out some floating plants, and I've put the light like one notch higher just to get some growth on the plants. But they're not bothered. Like, they're out, they're swimming around, they're chasing each other on an evening, they're sparring. So it's really awesome to kind of see that they seem to be doing okay, touch wood. There is one in here that's really, really darkly coloured, and if I can find it, I'll overlay it because it's awesome. I'm assuming it must be a male, I'm not sure. But yeah, he's an absolutely stunning specimen. So yeah, I'll sort of overlay some footage of this scape. I have just give it a clean and a little maintenance session. And just if you're interested for what a maintenance session on a new scape looks like, it's been getting a water change every couple of days, but it literally is just drain the water down to as low as I can go at the minute, just to, because there is still quite a lot of old detritus in there. Maybe wouldn't always go that low, but in this instance I have, and just drained it down. And then with it being a new scape, and we have been keeping the blinds open a little bit, it has been getting some algae on the glass, but it was almost slimy, which was a bit weird. Anyway, I've scrubbed all the glass down with the NT Labs algae sponges. This isn't sponsored, but they are really, really good. And as I said, I like to tell you the products that I think are good and the things that I use. And then in terms of like treating the water, I always use Seachem. It's always been my go-to. So just obviously prime, pop a bit of stability in there as well, just because the filter's relatively new in there. There will be some beneficial bacteria that was on the rocks and sand and substrate already, but yeah, just put some of that in there just to be sure. And then I'm dosing the Seachem Advance for like 10 days, as it says on the bottle. And yeah, treating the Cladophora. It's mainly on this main stone here. Well, it's not a main stone, but this big stone in the middle, that's literally where it is. It's the only place that I can see it. He maybe is a little bit on some of the leaves, but that's like the main point that it's growing. So yeah, just using some of the algae fix down there just in a pipette and just spot dosing it. It's not green anymore, it's gone white, which I think might be a good sign. So yeah, that's the changes that I have made to this scape. I did say that there was a build video coming up. I've just not had time. I apologise, but there will be a little 20 by 20 centimetre cube build coming up, and debating whether to do it as like a Wallstad style. But yeah, things have just been busy. Obviously there'll be an update on the big tank because that got replanted and it's looking all right. And yeah, that's kind of where we're at with things. So thank you so much for watching. If you've got any questions or anything, please leave it in the comments and I'll do my best to answer. And if you want to like and subscribe, that would be awesome, but don't feel like you have to. I always feel dead awkward saying that. Anyway, take care, have a good time. How do you end it? Anyway, take care everyone. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.